Go get it! What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of Tucker and the Beard. This and every episode is brought to you by
Our respective real estate businesses. We are both top producing agents in the Prescott area, serving both buyers and sellers.
Yeah, so if you have any questions about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, or if you would like to become a sponsor for the show, you can call Tucker at
928-710-4690 or the Beard at
928-910-5954. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. We
Yes,
really
thank you.
appreciate it, and we rely on your support. So you can obviously find us on Facebook. But you can also find us on YouTube, Google Play, Spotify, and iTunes for the audio-only version of our podcast. And it would really mean the world to us if you would take a minute to rate and review us on iTunes and head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that little bell for notifications. We love Facebook, but they're not always the best delivery method for our content. You're not going to see everything that we put out. But YouTube does a really good job of that. So,
yeah. So give us a like and everything like that. But enough business. Let's get to the show.
let's go.
What's up, everybody? Here we are back again in the
New and improved. Upgraded.
Tucker and the Beer Studio
2.0. Or whatever.
2.2.
We're always growing.
Yeah. This
Always
is-
updating.
This is the third, kind of fourth iteration of our studio space, but there's so much more room for activities.
I know.
It actually can function as an office because, this isn't our job. This is just a thing that we do.
We enjoy doing.
Yeah, we just like to do it. And what better way than to bring a couple of special guests in?
Joining us on the movie review on the
yeah.
ride today.
We're in on a, if you're wondering why we're wearing just
Normal
straight up
clothes.
t-shirts.
I know.
We're recording on a Saturday because one of us has to be out of town all week next week
This
at a
guy.
conference. So
Yes.
People do.
happy
things.
Wednesday
Yes.
on Saturday.
It's good times.
Yeah. But today we have my lovely daughter Cambria and the illustrious
I was going to say, and my lovely daughter.
the illustrious Colin Tucker.
Am I
Back again.
Am I usual now? Like,
You're a
This is-
semi-regular?
I was like, this
Yeah.
is like the third.
yeah.
Feel free to get right up into that
Yeah.
microphone too, bud, so
There
we
you go.
can really hear
Yes.
what you've got to say about things because we know you've got
just-
opinions.
Yes.
know
Everyone
you've
knows
got
that you
opinions.
have opinions. No.
So another
Good
reason, so what we did is this week our movie is
It just came out.
it's a new remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
So we made sure to bring the kids because we
Kids
wanted them to
love- get their
review
update.
a good slasher flick with you guys.
Get their update. Is it kid friendly?
Listen, the movie that we did see
Very.
involved murder, treachery,
Running away.
running away from one's problems.
This would be one of those ones where it's like poorly describe it.
Yeah.
It's like after the child mistakenly
Yeah.
Murders.
believes he
After-
kills his
after-
father.
Yeah, a kid is tricked into believing he
Runs
killed
away.
his father. He runs away and spends time in the jungle.
Then he's like adopted
Yeah.
by two men and
The-
raised them.
The Jungle Book.
It's
Close.
a weird.
Close.
Close
It's
enough.
also an adaptation, somewhat, of a Shakespearean work, Hamlet, I believe. So
You could literally just say anything at this
I
point and just be like, "Yeah, that was probably that
I'm
one."
trying to be accurate.
Yeah.
I
was
think
like
it's
Macbeth.
Hamlet. It's
Yeah.
either Hamlet or Macbeth.
But it
I don't
is-
remember, and
Based on a
I don't
true
have my computer
story.
in front of me. Based on a true story.
Sort
No,
of.
we went and saw the. Can you call it live action?
I am refusing to call it.
I
live
don't
action.
think I'll call it live action, but the updated CGI edition of The Lion King. And,
The Lion King.
well, you've seen this movie.
Yeah, you know what? Compared to last week when we went and saw Crococane, what did we call it?
Hurrigator.
Hurrigator.
Yeah.
Sounds much better. We went and saw Crawl or Hurrigator, and I was somewhat surprised by
How much we liked it.
yeah, like it was okay.
like,
This week I was like, hey, I wasn't super excited. I was mid range between, if one was not
Listen,
at all being.
This
I'm
is one of
dragged.
my favorite movies from my childhood. I love this movie.
Okay, then you win this argument.
But I was not that excited
I
to go see it today.
Yeah, if one was not excited, 10 was super duper excited. I was a 5.
Yeah, I would
was-
say between 4 and 6, depending on the day.
Right.
I was as it was coming out. What kids? What do you guys
Yeah.
think? What was your? How excited were you for this movie to come out?
I was like about a 5 too,
Out of
but
5? Okay.
I was like a 9 once a baby sat like by us, and then an old man on the other side, and it was just amazing them switching off and you thinking the sounds that they were making were in the movie, and then realizing that there was not in fact a baby goat in that scene.
There was a kid. So, as per usual, sometimes the best part of movies that we go see is the crowd that surrounds us
Yeah, it was like they let the daycare and the nursing home out
at the
to
same
go
time.
to like a little
Yeah.
field trip. So, Camber, what'd you think?
How excited were you before you sat down in the chair today?
Like a 7.
7? Okay.
All right.
Listen, Disney's been riding this quote-unquote live-action train here for a little while.
Choo choo.
And after this one, I don't know that I'm on board anymore.
Yeah, we discussed, very
Especially-
briefly that it was kind of that it was pretty much a shot for shot.
Almost. I mean, there was like 5 additional seconds of footage
Which
from
were
the original.
all incredibly cheesy.
Yeah, they were not great.
She's over here. She's like, I loved
She's
it.
like,
You guys,
and
I don't know
up,
what.
Speak up. It's fine.
I was like, I don't know
if
what
loved the
movie you guys watched, 'cause-
I'll be clear. I didn't hate it because it was the same movie I've loved for 25 years.
Yeah.
He's
So
like,
there's
he's
that.
like, it's the same movie I've loved for 25
Yeah.
years. Like,
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So, I mean,
35.
he's one-upping me right now. But, so it was the same movie that I've loved since the first time that I saw it. However, the performances in the original were just, and I could chalk it up to saying that because I was anticipating the wisecracks, and they didn't even adapt different lines to better suit the new people playing the parts in this one.
right.
The
Only one actor returned, being James Earl Jones as Mufasa.
the one.
And you could even hear the pauses
He's
were off.
25
it was
years older.
Right, but there's like tones that the original movie had.
Yeah,
And they weren't hitting those beats.
it was like listening to a song that you already know, and in one ear, it's a different timing than the other ear. Like it's a half beat off in each ear, and it just kind of doesn't let you enjoy it as much.
Right.
And for example, again, if we're about to quote unquote spoil a 25-year-old movie for you, click off.
Right. We had this discussion because it's like, are we going to spoil it? And it's
Can
like,
we even
this is
spoil
a
this?
25-plus-year-old movie
Yeah.
that is a shot-for-shot remake.
It is literally the same thing
Yeah.
with cheese in the middle.
But like the actors portraying Timon and Pumbaa, I like Seth Rogen usually, who represented Pumbaa. I
Right.
couldn't place who did Timon, and I wasn't. Was it Billy Eichner?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like,
I thought it
Totally
was
blank on
Billy
his name.
Eichner, but then I missed. I didn't see his name in the credits,
Right.
and both of those guys are funny,
right.
but
Not in this role where they were doing the exact same
the
lines.
same lines. And let's face it, Nathan Lane was a better Timon.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty
Hands
sure he's
down.
doing, like, Modern Family. Like, I'm pretty sure he was
Yeah.
available.
Like he could have done it.
Yeah. And I can't remember who was Pumbaa. I can't remember his name. I know I can see
From
his,
the original.
Saved by the Bell fame.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name though.
But it just wasn't, it didn't have the same feeling.
Yeah.
It's like when you see a really bad cover band play your favorite songs, and you're just like, oh, I recognize it, but
They tried to add some extra
little
Cheese.
flair to it.
and it just comes off as a little bit cheesy.
I still feel really bad because I feel like she's over here being like, I loved it.
Speak on it, sister. Talk to us. What are you thinking?
Well, it wasn't like that good. It was like fine.
It was Shazam.
It was Shazam.
It was Shazam. Was it bad? No.
I liked Shazam.
You can get out of here. You can leave. No, but Shazam wasn't bad. It was just not
It was there.
that good. It was just it exists,
Right.
and I'm not like mad that it exists,
Right.
but it's not that good.
No, and I think I've been sitting here thinking about the movie, and it was the cartoon characters had more facial reaction.
Yeah, they were more expressive. Now Disney, to their credit, is pioneering some intense CGI tech in this movie.
Yeah,
And
except
it's
for
good.
it was Sad Lion,
Always. So
Happy Lion, Mad Lion.
Yeah,
It's all
nothing was. Their faces didn't change. My biggest worry when I saw they're like live action.
live
I'm
action.
using air quotes there for you, just people who are listening. Live action Lion King. How are they going to pull off making the animals' mouths move? Because it's either going to be really good,
Yeah.
or red hot garbage. And with the mouth moving, the speaking of the animals, I think they killed it.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any other expressions.
No.
You could not tell that Mufasa was terrified as he's being thrown into a stampede of wildebeest
Yeah.
by looking at his face.
Yeah. It was just a lion's face.
Yeah, it was just, oh look, it's a lion flying through space about to get murdered by his brother.
What? Spoiler.
That whole scene, like the CGI, and them like recreating it shot for shot, it looked better as a cartoon. Like
I agree.
I don't know what it.
I could spot their copies and pastes on like some of the movement, especially it was mostly prevalent in the stampede scene. You know, you could see that what they did was create 5 wildebeest and then copied and pasted it.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't 5, but I
And made them
spotted
do-
5 distinct ones that were running in the exact same way, the way that their legs moved and everything,
Right.
and it was obvious to me.
Right.
But they looked great while they did it.
Right.
But I was easily able to spot the copy and paste though.
Yeah. It was just kind of going, you see those little YouTube things of like right next to the scenes right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been like the wildebeest coming down that hill and Simba's face of like shock and horror. It was just the lion cub's face. And
Well, and again, I think that some of it is obviously going to be lost on the fact that we grew up with this movie.
right.
But all that being said, so did she.
Right.
Because it was one of my favorites, so it's always been a film that's been in our home.
Right. So
So
made
even
it be her favorite. is what
Well,
you're
here's
saying.
the thing: is they're doing this to kind of spark the nostalgia of, especially us older "quote unquote" millennials,
Right.
with whom I don't particularly identify, but
I was like,
according to the numbers
we're
on
in-
their
We fall
on their
within
chart,
that.
we fall right at the edge of that.
Right.
And so they're trying to play on our sense of nostalgia, but what they're doing is they're not remembering that because we're so nostalgic for these films, of course our children have already seen it.
Right.
So it's not even anything new for them.
Right.
I-
Yeah, I was gonna say, but my younger daughter that was gonna come with me today, I don't know if she has actually sat down and watched it yet. So I was kind of intrigued on what she was gonna to think of
Okay.
it as
Okay.
a brand new thing. Maybe she would have absolutely loved it. The goat kid next to me seemed to enjoy it,
Yeah.
so I don't
Well,
know.
and my youngest kid who was also with us, he was in.
Yeah,
So he's seen that movie fewer times than the rest of them
right.
because he's younger.
Newer.
I've
He's
only
brand new.
seen it like once on Disney Channel, but still, like I can spot kind of the
Similarities.
yeah.
There you go. So
But also, like, I don't think these like live actions, like, sure they're used to spark nostalgia, but I also feel like they're kind of used to introduce these movies to like a newer audience. And also, Disney is kind of running out of ideas, so they're like, why don't we just remake our old ideas?
Well, that's the problem, though, is that we have already
Seen that.
like, what they're not counting is the fact that most of our kids have already seen it, so they're not even reintroducing it.
Right.
They're just shining it up and making it look a little bit more
Right.
pretty.
But I
You
still
got
feel
something
like
to say.
I know.
She's got something to
She-
say. I
Huh?
can see it.
I know. I was like, she's like, I liked it. I don't know what you guys are
Talk,
talking about.
speak on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It
Did
just,
you like it?
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay. It was fine.
Yeah.
So,
Would
and
you see it
there
again?
So here's the like,
No.
no.
Alright.
I feel no need to purchase the DVD or Blu-ray when it comes out.
It'll be on Netflix in like a month.
I already have. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll be on
exactly.
Disney Plus by Christmas.
Right.
Let's break down some of the characters and kind of play a game of who was better.
The cartoon versus
The cartoon versus
again, air quote,
because there were
live action.
some
that they
performances
added.
that I thought were actually better, and by some I mean precisely two.
I can't even think of one.
I think
So let's play your game.
let's play.
I'm
my
about
game.
to. I'm just
You're
about
just
to
gonna-
battleship
you're
this
just
thing.
Nope, I liked all the old ones better.
Yeah.
I personally thought that Donald Glover was a better adult Simba than Matthew Broderick.
Nope.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm willing
agree
to be
with
the
her.
pariah here,
No.
but I thought that Donald Glover was a better adult Simba.
No. I think for me personally, his voice was still younger
Yeah.
than where it should have been. And again, it
I
really
think-
took me out of the movie. The pacing of it. He was saying the lines and
Not
wasn't
quite right.
hitting-
I get that.
it's a lot of his scenes. It felt like the movie was in fast forward. Like they slowed down certain scenes.
Okay.
And then like there was scenes with him where they just sped it up, where it was like Nala showed up and he goes, "Hey, you should stay." Like it was like
hey girl, chill here.
the conversation was just in fast forward. It's like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. You should stay here.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I
It's
can't
like,
go
it's
back
like
there."
You, it's
and
like
it's
you
just
meet your old high school girlfriend and you're like, hey, you should totally move in with me right now.
right.
That's,
Like-
that's not how you do that.
I haven't seen-
Usually,
yeah.
no.
I haven't seen you in like 10 years, but it should be really awesome. You know, and it was them talking
I think it was more
quick.
his overall attitude. Maybe I'm giving him attributions that weren't necessarily in the movie. But I think his overall just knowing of Donald Glover,
Right.
what I know of Donald
I
Glover.
like Donald Glover.
I thought he was a better
Who's
pick.
Donald
and
Glover?
you gotta
Troy from Troy and Ahmed.
Oh, okay.
Lando.
yes, Troy from Troy and Ahmed. So they were trying to be more culturally respectful with the casting
Ooh.
decisions.
Which is
You know, so because when you look at the original cast of characters,
well,
it was a
Jeremy
bunch-
Irons played Scar.
yeah, there's a bunch of white people
Yeah.
playing African creatures,
Except
and so
for
they
Whoopi Goldberg. She's
Yes.
the only
Yeah.
one.
well, and James Earl Jones.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still think Whoopi Goldberg was better. The character that they had was
Actually,
like
that was my
Ja-
second one. I actually liked her more
There was like
nasty,
a little-
evil counterpart.
Didn't hate it, but I heard some like Jamaican accent in there.
yeah,
It was
And
kinda-
I kind of preferred it, to be honest. I was like, oh, that character. They took it a little bit more seriously,
Right.
and made Whoopi Goldberg's character a bit more evil.
Right.
And I thought that was a nice play. It was a small
It was-
little tweak. She wasn't there for. There was no comic relief on her end.
Right.
You know, the character of Ed didn't really.
Make an appearance,
You know,
which is
there
kind of
was-
sad.
It was. I mean, there was one of the main speaking hyena parts that was a little bit more of a outcast amongst them, but
There wasn't.
he
a,
wasn't as Ed.
Right. There wasn't a dumb.
There was a straight up stupid Ed.
Right. Which was just sitting there giggling and laughing. But
Yeah.
I will say one thing about this
I miss
movie
Cheech Marin.
that I never thought I'd find myself saying. It made me miss some JTT, some Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
See, I do think that he was a better young Simba, for
Never-
sure.
it's one of those things as a parent, you know, you think you'd never find yourself saying things. I never
Yeah.
thought I was like, you know what? I really miss some Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who are these people?
His young Simba.
He played the young Simba originally.
I feel like everyone knows the actors from the new one and the original, and I'm just here looking around the room. Like,
I gotta say, and
It's a
I'll
cool
probably catch some heat for this, but listen, Beyonce, great singing voice. Stop putting her in movies. She's just not any good.
Well, and I noticed
Sorry.
they gave her a song. There was a new song in there that they gave to her, and I was like, now I know why she did this.
Yeah,
I get it. It makes sense now.
Great performer, killer voice, beautiful woman. Stop putting her in movies.
Just
who did she
because-
play?
she
Nala.
played Nala.
The adult Nala.
Yes.
Um,
We don't know who played the
What
kid.
I
new
don't.
song?
Simba. There was one where Simba's running back to Pride Rock.
yeah, it was just a little half a song.
Yeah, a little 5-10
They
second.
took
little-
out the addition of the Morning Report song when they remastered and re-released that The Lion King the first time,
Mhm.
and then they replaced it with Nala's little
song.
song.
I missed the Morning Report song.
See, I was mad when they added that in to when they remastered and re-released the first one.
Right.
I was like, no one asked for this,
Yeah.
and I genuinely feel the same exact way
Yeah.
about this new CGI live action remake.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't think like I said, I don't think I'm on board anymore.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Well, I know that they're
I'm
planning
looking
on
forward to
some-
Maleficent.
Yeah, because that's
That
something
new trailer came out.
Yeah.
We saw the new trailer at the theater this morning.
Yeah.
And that one looks good.
Yeah.
So what they need to do, now that they're
they
listening
had me
to
at
us,
Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm
Hey.
good.
It doesn't need a sequel. It's like it seems so dumb. Like they're just. It's like, oh,
It's
we
a cash
ended
grab.
it all like nice, and then all of a sudden, ooh, all the species, and it's like, like all the people with the wings, and she's
They're
not
adding to it.
alone, and
They're-
it's
And that's what I think that they need to focus on is expanding on the stories that we like,
Right.
so that we'll bring our kids to
go
go
be part of
see
it.
these new expansions.
but
Well,
the
I know that
story's
they're
over.
well, they're adding to the story. They're
So it's
I know,
not over.
Why?
because
For
you're-
money.
Yes, exactly.
Because
That's
we'll go watch
the
it.
reason they made The Lion King and they made Cinderella, and they because it's the money grab. But they're also making some that I'm kind of excited would be like Sword in the Stone.
Actually, Mulan looks like it could possibly be pretty
Wait,
good.
they're remaking Sword in the
they're
Stone?
doing Sword in the Stone, and I think Black Cauldron. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about Black Cauldron,
Which I think would,
Sword
if they
in
did
the
it
Stone.
right, that'd be
but
kind
they're
of
doing
cool.
Lady and the Tramp,
That's
and I'm out.
What?
I'm
Yeah.
not. We're not seeing that.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be horrible. Like,
I agree.
seriously.
She knows.
Yeah.
It was-
But I like again with that concept with Maleficent that they are expanding on an existing story. They're
That there
saying,
wasn't
hey, here's
much to in the first
here's
place.
here's a side story on that.
Right.
yeah.
Let's get down to that. I like that. So not that they're gonna take our advice, but do
Right.
that more. And
Or if they
quit-
did like a
don't do another shot for shot remake. It sucked.
don't
in
do
that aspect.
Little Mermaid, do Ursula.
Yeah, focus. Let's get some more villain origin stories. I would
Don't-
love to see that.
Don't do Aladdin, do Jafar.
Jafar.
I think that'd be the way to go, where it still
Absolutely.
pays homage to the old ones, but it's something new.
Yeah.
So
Expansion on the stories instead of just
But don't make
regurgitating
sequels.
the same thing that you've done over and over again.
yep.
I agree with that.
We
Don't
didn't
make
need The Lion King 2 or 3, and we certainly didn't need this remake.
No.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they got to show off some
Really
really
cool.
great CGI tech.
Yeah. But other
That's
than,
my happy place here.
Yeah.
Because they've got Pixar in their back pocket for the more cartoony looking CGI.
Yeah.
That's great, and they are the masters of that craft. There is no one better.
but
out there.
Something I've been saying for years: bring back the classic cartoons.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Bring back traditional animation.
Oh my god! It would stop the presses if they
Yeah.
came out with a new animated classic
100%.
movie.
100%.
Just split Disney in two, like you get classic cartoons.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's
then
what Pixar was
Traditional and-
for
yeah.
originally, and now Disney Studios is transitioned 100% now over to computer animation.
Yeah.
I would love to see some traditional animation come
I
back
think that'd
again.
be way cool. So, I don't know. But
It'd be super cool if they could do it
What
with
if
some
they
MCU
remade?
offshoots.
I don't know.
What if, hear me out, what if they remade the live action Lion King into a cartoon version?
Leave.
Yeah, I know. It's like, mind blown, and it's just the same exact movie.
Yeah, they just re-release it.
If they released the old
I
animated
would
movies
rather
in
see
theater,
a re-release
Yeah.
than some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hands
Like,
down.
Aladdin was okay, not
Yeah.
better than the original.
Beauty and the Beast was okay.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast, I think, is the one that's been the closest to, like, I like that one
Yeah.
as much as I like the original.
Right.
I have not liked a single one of these more than I like the
Cinderella
original.
was really good though.
Cinderella was good, but it
Yeah, it's
wasn't
okay.
better than the original.
Yes.
No.
So I say, in my vote, stream it.
Yeah.
Stream it.
Listen, Disney Plus comes out November,
You're
and
gonna be getting it anyways.
this will probably be
one
if-
of the top.
It'll be, if not a launch title, a close to launch title.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
I was like, it's not even a rental for me. It's just a stream it.
Yeah.
I don't-
Subscribe to Disney Plus. It's gonna have a great it's gonna have some great content. And no, they're not sponsoring us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. Subscribe to Disney Plus and you'll be able to see it in your
Well,
home.
actually, like, I take back the stream it. Just watch the original. You know?
That's
True story.
not wrong.
But
Borrow
now,
the DVD from somebody.
but
yeah.
yeah, now they're not gonna sell any of those, like, special editions, because,
Every once in a while, they'll come out of the vault and release them.
Yeah.
well, like,
The vault is becoming less and less of a thing.
But, yeah.
Unless there was
Because
just
they like
heavy,
take it away and then
unless there was
bring
just
it
heavy
back.
racism in an old movie, then it stays in the vault.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
Talking
fix
to you,
it.
Song of the South.
Yeah. That's why we don't hear from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think?
But what?
The movie?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Do you think people
Should
should go
peop-
see it?
No.
Should people wait and rent it?
They should wait till it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Which it never will be, so don't see it.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
She's
Just
not.
fair.
If she's
I know.
anti even signing up for the Disney Plus.
Yeah,
so-
she's like, oh my gosh.
I mean,
like,
you
skip this
can
entirely.
because you'll get other stuff, but
Yeah.
like, don't.
but
watch
don't
it.
do it for this.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Okay. What do you
Yeah,
think?
we're gonna subscribe to Disney Plus
Right.
anyway, so eventually it'll be on there, and that's
Yeah.
fine if I ever decide I want to watch it again, which
Yeah.
I probably won't.
Because the
Especially if
cartoon
they have
will
the
be
original
on.
one
Right.
on there. So
Just watch that one.
why I won't need to.
I like it. So we're all saying stream it.
Yeah. At least it's not
That's
a
it.
skip it,
I know.
Disney.
Yeah.
And that's
This is why it has a sub 60% Rotten Tomatoes score
Yeah.
right out of the gate.
Wait, it does.
yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about
Did-
right.
What was Crawl like 87?
Yeah, Crawl, a movie about alligators in a hurricane in a basement,
Wait,
had a better
87.
critic and audience score.
there
Than
was
The
a
Lion King.
hurricane?
Yes.
It all makes sense.
Hurricator,
But yeah,
Hurricator.
Disney, you did
the movie.
below average.
Yeah,
But,
not your strongest work, Disney. Get it together.
but
John Favreau, I still like you.
Yeah,
You tried.
you tried.
You stepped up to the plate and
That Bart Simpson with the cake, just throw it in the. You tried.
you tried.
Throws it in the garbage.
Well, it's like John Favreau was up at the
I
plate
think they're
and
gonna
he,
lose money on this one.
He bunted.
Yeah,
John Favreau bunted it. He was like, "Hey, we're
He
just gonna
didn't need to
recreate
do-
these,
like-
recreate the shots."
yeah, and he's a better director than what appeared in this movie.
Yeah, I would just like to see a Scar movie. Scar.
Yeah,
That's what it.
why? How did he get it? Let's go there.
It's like
Let's-
a 5-minute story. It's like
Well, I mean, you
like
could-
Captain Marvel. It was a
Obviously,
cat.
Scar and Mufasa grew up together.
Right.
So let's
What
see
happened?
that.
Right. I would have.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
I'd watch that in a heartbeat.
because I mean, also like, what's his real name? Like, was he born with the name Scar and then got a scar later?
Just a
and it's like,
self-fulfilling prophecy, his name.
You
Yeah,
would
or-
name their kid after like a birthmark or something like that, though.
Right. We find out it's just a
We're
birthmark.
writing it right now, and
Yeah.
I'm already more in.
I'm already more interested than I
And
was.
how he
Yeah.
lost the throne.
did they give him
Yeah.
a scar just so that
It matched.
They're just
Yeah.
like, well, we named you this, so sorry, kid.
This has got to make sense. Left or right? Left or right?
Yeah.
Left?
We'll let you pick. Go.
Maybe he had like a
right.
horrible name and then he like.
Exactly.
Yeah, his name's like,
Frank.
it's like a 16-syllable word that has the 4 letters Scar in it.
It was originally Mufasa, but then they.
Like,
like
oh wait,
King of
we
the Hill.
named the wrong kid the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's like King of the Hill. It's like Hank, and then the dad
Hank
names
Jr..
him Good Hank.
yeah, good Hank.
And it's just like, nah, this name is more fitting for real Mufasa.
That's right.
And it's like, we'll name you Scar.
Well, it
Yep.
doesn't say if Scar's the eldest or
Yeah.
not. So,
Anyway, we got to wrap up.
yeah,
Yeah.
good times.
Thanks for watching.
Till next time.
We love you. Till next time, he's Tucker.
His beard.
And I'm
We're out.
Colin.